I'm coming at you with another super duper easy, simple, totally healthy, easy weeknight, ready in less than 20-minute recipe. Hello, I'm Corinne and welcome back to my channel. I help people get healthy, whether through consulting, coaching, or my super easy to follow programs. Links are below if you want to check stuff out. I'm glad you're here because I'm hungry. It smells good in here already. I'm going to get into what I have going on. This is a super easy, you're going to hear me say that like 9 more times. I promise I'll try to keep it to a minimum. Okay, I got noodles cooking. I am just cooking chickpea, penne. I don't know, how the fluff do you say that word? I have never Googled it. I just call it penne. So penne noodles, chickpea penne noodles. That's what I'm calling it. They have to cook for 5 minutes. I have a timer. They have about 2-ish minutes left. I'm going to drain those. Then to this pan over here that I am now preheating to a medium heat, I have 2 packages of whole mushrooms, just regular old white mushrooms. I gave them a rough chop. That's going to be going in here. So I poured the mushrooms in, and I'm now going to add a little bit of salt to kind of help get the moisture released, and I'm going to put a lid on it. Okay, I dumped in the mushrooms, I added a little bit of salt, and I'm also going to add some garlic. Now, if I had fresh garlic cloves, then I would do one of those bad boys, chop it up and put it in, but I'm lazy, don't have it, so I'm going to be adding roughly, I don't know, teaspoon-ish of the jarred garlic, if you will. Put the garlic in, gave it a stir, put the cover on. My noodles are done, so I'm going to drain those bad boys, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just going to let those noodles sit there for a little while. And the really good thing about the chickpea pasta, it's higher in protein, higher in fiber. They're just a much healthier choice. You can use any pasta for this, which I've done before, but I had these on hand, and they're super yummy and super easy. So I'm going to give my mushrooms one more stir, kind of make sure they're broken up, cooking down a little bit. This part takes about 7-8 minutes. I forgot to add something. About a half a cup of chopped white onion that I actually pulled out of the freezer because you know me, and if you've seen any of my previous videos, I can't stand chopping mushrooms, onions. I'm so excited and I'm really hungry. So when I chop mushroom, what is wrong with me today? When I chop my onions, whatever is remaining, I will stick it in a Ziploc bag, stick it in my freezer, and bust it out when needed, like right now. So I'm going to put this in with the mushrooms and let them all cook down together. Mushrooms are already cooking down nicely, so I'm just going to keep the lid on there, let it go for another 3 or so minutes, and show you what's next. It's pretty easy and delicious. Be right back. So stay till the end. There's always bloopers in the end because I'm a dork and I like bloopers and whatever. So I took the cover off. I ended up emptying out some of the water because the mushrooms gave off a lot of liquid, which is fine. So I dumped a little bit of it out and they are perfect consistency. So normally this recipe would call for ground beef. I don't eat animals. I eat a mostly whole foods plant-based lifestyle. I stopped eating animals a little over 7 years ago. There's many videos out there of me explaining why. So for health reasons, for losing weight and getting myself healthy, I have been eating a mostly whole foods plant-based lifestyle for, like I said, roughly 7 years now. So in place of ground beef, I make my own ground beef using TVP, aka textured vegetable protein, which is basically just dried soy. Super healthy for you, high in protein. So it comes in crumbles. It resembles like a breadcrumb texture. So if you've never seen it before, without me making a mess, it's just dried. God, is that a dumb angle or what? It's like breadcrumbs, and it's all dry and crumbly. So what you have to do is add it to a bowl, put water in it because it soaks up all the water. You add flavor to it. So in this case, all I added was some minced onion, onion powder, and a little bit of salt just to give it a little bit of flavor because we're going to be adding a lot more flavor to this. So I added enough water to cover it. The water was just about to the top of this bowl, and now you can see it has absorbed everything and now has a ground beef-like consistency. I'm adding that to this. Then I'm going to be adding this entire can of crushed tomatoes. This is how many ounces? 28 ounces. And then I also have some fresh spinach that I gave a rough chop to because we want the greens because healthy and yum. So again, I'm adding all of this to it. And then one more thing, which I'll show you in just a second. So here we go. I'm actually going to let that heat up a little bit, and I'm going to add the spinach last because I have a cup of my unsweetened almond milk. Say that 5 times fast. Apparently, I can't even say it once. Unsweetened almond milk. You can use whatever plant milk as long as it's unsweetened. Now, I want this sauce to thicken up just a little bit. So I have arrowroot powder, which is always fun to say. If you don't have arrowroot, you can always use cornstarch. All this is going to do is act as a thickener. I'm turning this down because I can hear it spitting and I don't want a freaking mess. About a heaping tablespoon to this. I'm going to add just a little bit more. And then I'm going to give it a whisk to the cold milk. So again, this is just going to act as a thickener. This is optional. You don't have to do it. But I don't want it to be all juicy and runny. I want the sauce to be a little bit thick. Thicker is good. Am I right? Now that is cooked down a little bit, I'm going to add this to it. Okay, it already smells really effing good because of the garlic and onion and everything that was cooking down in there, but we need to flavor this bad boy a little bit. So I'm going to be going in here with some dried minced onion. I'm not measuring, so maybe a tablespoon of this, garlic powder, onion powder, and some Italian seasoning. Roughly a teaspoon each of these and a tablespoon of the dried minced onion. That smells so much better. I'm going in for the taste. We're going to see if it needs anything more. It definitely needs some garlic salt and a little bit of pepper. I'm also going in with my veggie powder. My trusty veggie powder. I use it on everything. I have a little bit left in here. That's going in. About half a teaspoon, just again for flavor, but not too much because I've already added the garlic salt to it. We don't want it to be too salty. And of course, again, one more taste. That was it. That's what it needed. I am going to let this cook down for about 4 to 5 more minutes just to kind of soak it up a little bit, get it a little bit thicker because, again, thicker is good. Let this cook down just a little bit, and then we're going to add the spinach and the noodles, and there you go. So be back in just a sec. Okay, that is cooked down to the exact consistency that I want. I ended up adding about a half a teaspoon more of the veggie powder because I want this to have a very robust flavor. So that's what I did. Now that is cooked down and it's heated all the way through, I'm going in with the spinach. And if you've never done this before, it looks like a lot, but this is going to get all wilty and cook way down once it's in there. And I just wanted it for the extra greens because yum and health. So that's going in. That sauce is now done, which means I turned off the heat and I'm going to add the pasta to it and give it a mix. I'm very excited. I know how good this is going to taste all together, so that's all I'm going to do. Hold on. Okay, here's the exciting part. And you know me, I'm not about doing a bunch of dishes. I have this freaking pile sitting here because I recorded another video earlier today of making those bomb diggity chocolate chip peanut butter cookies back there. Hit that subscribe button and notification so you're notified when cool shit like that comes out. I don't like doing dishes. Okay, which means I'm just going to be reusing the bowl that my ground beef was in, and I gotta scoop this bad boy up, so here we go. Alright, final taste test. It's very hot. All of those flavors in there that we put, all the seasonings, all the spices, the mushrooms, the pasta, the texture from the TVP that acts like the ground beef in there. Holy crap. That is outstanding. Now, if I was smart, I would have planned ahead and made my homemade Parmesan cheese, which, yeah, I've done before in a couple different videos. I'll find one and I'll link it at the end of this one. But if I had some of that, which I might make after I'm done here because yum, and then I would put that on here like Parmesan cheese. If you want more greenery going on, have put some broccoli in there, or have some broccoli or something more greens on the side. But this alone, this is one big bowl full of health, specifically full of protein. The protein from the chickpea pasta, the protein from the TVP, and then the sauce, and then the mushrooms and the onions. There is so much health and vitamins and minerals going on in here, and the tomatoes. And you saw how easy it was. The waiting game takes the longest because you have to wait for the shit to cook down, but otherwise, look how easy that was. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. And again, I have a whole bunch of stuff linked below. Stay tuned for that program I have coming out. I love speaking with you. I love working with you. Give me comments down below, or my Facebook page, the website, you name it. It's all down there for you. So check shit out. Let me know if you have questions. And of course, if you make it, what you changed or added, if you liked it, I want to hear from you. So thank you again. Eat clean, live loud, and I will see you in the next video. Let me start over. That was a freaking tongue twister.